Hi, welcome back to Spirit's Path. This is Dee, and today's tarot card of the day out of the Wildwood Tarot deck is Two of Stones and Challenge. And when meditating on this card, you had the Four of Stones yesterday come up with protection, and you still have a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4 life lessons cards that are out there. And the Balanced Oak was a life lessons card as well. That one just dropped off. But thinking about this card, the challenge that we face every day to manifest what we want, to stay protected, to get through school, get through work, get through the end of the day so we can be home with our loved ones. The challenge of maintaining a relationship, the main challenge of keeping your finances in order. There's all sorts of challenges out there, and looking at what's transpired over here the last week, you found that balance. And it was a challenge to get to that balance point. You had to have that blasted oak to remind you of, that you are constraining yourself to whatever systems that are out there, right? And it's a challenge not to latch onto something, right? It's a challenge not to, want to have that security and that stability. And, sometimes we have to let go in order to move forward, and let go to enjoy what we do have and be grateful for what we do have. But this challenge card, is represented in manifesting energy for power or force. Here you got two female hares boxing for territorial rights to breed, and they're drawing on that earth energy, to reach their self-empowerment. There may be a challenge from others, right? Self-empowerment is a great thing. And the thought that's coming to mind right now is stone sharpens stone, right? And when we draw on that earth energy of the stones, which is security and stability, there may be challenges from others, right? Now I had a boss that challenged me all the time, and he knew it was good for my growth because it put me into learning opportunities. And you have to look at those situations where life is a challenge, and it's, why is it a challenge? Why is it an obstacle? It's because it's meant for you to tackle, to understand, and to grow with, right? To help you gain some experience, to move forward on your journey. And as a result, others may see that and challenge you as well, and that develops a little rivalry, which is good for you. Think about baseball. With the rivalries that are out there, right? Anytime you face that other team and that other team's got the better team, it makes you aspire to have better pitching or better defense or better hitting, right? It makes you want to be, like they want, like they are. And that's a skill. That's a skill that you can take advantage of. All right, you can take advantage of that skill of it's not wanting what they have. It's not being jealous of them. It's more of what, they've got better hitters. They know the strike zone a little bit better. How do we do that? Well, you have to be disciplined in your own strike zone, right? And then when you get into a good hitters count, and I'm using baseball terms because that's what the analogy that I'm using. When you get the advantage of balls ahead of strikes, then you're at their advantage. The pitcher's got to, that's a challenge to the pitcher to come, make a good pitch to you, right? And, it's the same thing in work. It's the same thing in relationships. There are many peers and colleagues out there who are insecure, and yet they'll give you that challenge. They want to be that rival because, if you are challenged with something that they're doing, and you're successful at it, they're going to look at it and say, you know what? I want to be in that same boat that they are. And like I said, then that turns to jealousy, and then jealousy turns into a blessing upon you, all right? But, when you hold your ground and you defend your position, as in the case of both these hares, your territorial rights, you're standing up for yourself, and that's its own form of self-empowerment. And, you defend your position, whether that's in a relationship, whether that's, with work people on a project, defending your position. This is why I feel about this, and you feel strongly about it, or, let's talk about it. Maybe, there's a different way of doing things, right? And, when you defend that position, you keep in touch with the pure and positive motivations, okay? You keep that dialogue moving forward, and, people gain respect out of that as you're moving forward. That, man, he didn't budge off of that, but, he was able to, there was a little bit of a compromise. You look at situations like that, and maybe it's better. I always look at it better for the team versus better for you. But that happens. When you do something like that, that works to your benefit because it helps with your advancement and material reward. And with this, it's just staying clear and focused on what your objectives are. And the universe has you protected with that 4 of stones. It's also giving you the energy of moving forward. And this, I feel like this is a some sort of relationship balance, right? Because you've got the Forest Lovers cards out there as well. Which it's attraction of a new relationship, right? And anytime there's an attraction of a new relationship, whether that's work or personal, there's always a challenge. Do I, how far do I let my guard in? What do I need to know about, this person? How vulnerable do I want to be, right? But, that's listening to your intuition. It's listening to, the riddles that the seer has to say, in developing that relationship. And you still have the balance card out here, right? Balance as well as, 3 of Bows fulfillment. Okay? And there's the balance card, right? So you found that balance, you've been fulfilled, you're listening to the riddles. There might be a new relationship in the works for you, and it's being blessed with that sun of life, and you feel protected. But sometimes there is that challenge moving forward. So there you have it. That's today's card of the day. Hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others. And this is D for Spirit's Path, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care, God bless, and stay safe, everybody.